The Edge at 11 starts now.
Tonight on The Edge, breaking news in Westland.
Police responding to reports of a possible double shooting. Fox News' Dave Kinchin is on scene working to get some information. And Dave, what can you tell us?
Yeah, this is a very active scene. It's been active for several hours. We're on Surrey Heights near Cambridge in Westland. The medical examiner showing up here not too long ago. Let's go to some video right now. As you said, this call coming in as a report of a double shooting, and police immediately responding to this area. We noticed that a lot of the neighbors are actually, they've been staying inside. We're not sure if they've been told to stay inside for any sort of reason. We did check in with police. They're being very tight-lipped at this time, even as they investigate, or as I should say, even as there's been concerns of a possible murder-suicide that neighbors have been talking about out here. But again, we really don't know exactly what has taken place here. Police only working on reports of a double shooting. That was the call that went into 911, and then we understand an immediate response to this area that's been several hours long at this time in Westland. We can also tell you that crews, police have actually, they've been here so long, they've changed shifts, so some officers have left and others have come in to relieve them. So again, a very active investigation, not a lot of official information at this moment, just that police responded on a call of a double shooting, and neighbors certainly with a lot of questions at this time. Police telling us they will say more or discuss this when they can, but right now still a very active scene with first responders going in and out of a house here on Surrey Heights. We're near Cambridge Street in Westland. Reporting live in Westland, Dave Kinchin, Fox 2 News on The Edge.
Yeah, one of the reasons to talk to reporters like you is to make sure that the people who are sitting in their homes scared can get an idea as to what this is all about. That's so important, especially people with children or elderly people who are stuck in their homes just wondering what this police situation is all about.
Yeah, no doubt, and it really seems police have their hands full on this case right here. We talked with a sergeant who couldn't say much. We talked with officers on the scene who really couldn't say a whole lot. As we said just before we came on, we saw the medical. It's possible actually a second medical examiner crew that came in, or maybe they were there to relieve the first crew from their office here, because as we said, they've been out here for quite some time, but not a lot of official information at the moment. We're working to get those details. We'll get them to you as quickly as we can.
All right.
I know you will.
Thank
you.
Well, Wayne State University police are being accused of racially profiling Arab and Muslim students.
Now, a civil rights group is filing an official complaint with the Michigan Department of Civil Rights. Fox News' Dave Spencer has more on those allegations coming to light.
An issue on the campus of Wayne State University that has been happening for years. At least that's the claim from the Council for Arab and Islamic Relations.
It is very, very clear that they're targeting Muslim and Arab students on campus for religious and racial profiling.
Attorney Amy Ducaray says things on campus are only getting worse.
And it really started to come to kind of a boiling point, or kind of a head, in May last year when they arrested protesters at the encampment.
She says her office has fielded dozens of complaints from students, ranging from student protesters being told, quote, "You are lucky I'm in uniform," end quote, to Arab students getting stopped just for crossing campus.
They're being approached by police on campus, asking for IDs, asking for passports, trying to interrogate them.
According to CARE, they have attempted to speak with police and university officials.
Most of the time it's been completely useless. We've been met with no response at all. Just recently, they sent us a letter back saying, give us the names of everybody who has complained and we'll do our own investigation.
Wayne State University sent a statement which reads in part, "While we cannot comment on individual allegations of wrongdoing, we believe any allegations of a broad pattern of misconduct are without merit. We meet regularly with students, faculty, and community groups to discuss both successes and concerns. We take all allegations seriously and follow a well-established standard procedure to evaluate and investigate." CARE has now filed an official complaint with the Michigan Department of Civil Rights, similar to someone filing a police report against another individual.
The Michigan Department of Civil Rights can sue to enforce their own laws.
As for CARE, they would like to see the offending officers get retrained. They also say they want to see wholesale policy changes in the police department when it comes to discrimination. On the campus of Wayne State University, Dave Spencer on The Edge.
A DoorDash driver shares his harrowing experience after having his car stolen at gunpoint by two masked men.
It all started at an apartment complex in Southfield, then came to a screeching halt on the Davison Freeway near Woodward.
We are headed off to Woodward now. Pit, pit, pit.
Boom, you can see an officer performing a pit maneuver to stop the suspects. They were taken into custody. The victim says he was delivering an order of gummy bears to a woman at Lakes Apartments in Southfield early Saturday morning when things took a frightening turn.
When I looked to my right, the male on the outside pointed a gun right at me, and how stiff he was with his hand, and it was so dark I couldn't tell if it was a gun, but how stiff he was, you know, I just ran. I didn't think about it. I'm thankful that I'm alive because my girlfriend is 13 weeks pregnant and I'm 20 years old, so the only thing I was thinking about was me not being there for my kid.
Even after all of that, Joshua tells us he managed to make the DoorDash delivery. Police arrested 18-year-old Derek Butler and 17-year-old, another one from Detroit. Both are facing carjacking and carrying concealed weapon charges.
Well, the Pontiac mom accused of abandoning her 3 children back in court today. Deputies found Kelly Bryan's 3 children in February living in squalor for years in a Pontiac townhouse. Bryant is accused of collecting nearly $30,000 in welfare payments that was meant for her kids. An attorney for the mother asked the judge to lower her bond, but the judge didn't budge.
There's nobody that has $50,000 cash. So she does still believe, as do I, that it's an unreasonable bond and would like to address it again.
At this point, because no new information has been provided, I would be continuing the bond at this time. So we will see you on May 16th at 9 a.m. Thank you.
Bryant is charged with 3 counts of first-degree child abuse and welfare fraud.
A 20-year-old DoorDash driver, a DoorDash delivery driver, now facing a laundry list of charges following this brutal beating at Amigos Street Tacos in St. Clair Shores. Davian Jamil Godbold of East Point is accused of attacking the owner. Prosecutors charging him with unarmed robbery, malicious destruction of property, and resisting and obstructing. Godbold now sporting a tether after posting bond today. He's also facing a marijuana charge following his arrest. The St. Clair Shores detectives tell us their investigation into the weekend beatdown is ongoing. They're asking anyone with information to give them a call.
A violent start to the day in an alternative high school in Garden City. 2 students are taken into custody after a fight at Cambridge High. Police say the 2 got into some kind of a fight during which one of the students pulled out a knife. School officials telling Fox 2 the student armed with a knife got punched in the face and has a broken nose. While the students were separated, a staff member had a minor injury. The school went into a brief lockdown before classes went back into session. Turning to the weather now, a breezy day expected tomorrow.
Oh, and then some possible storms on Good Friday. Weather Authority Rich Luderman joining us with a look ahead. Rich?
It was chilly out there today with the clouds. We had some rain showers, even a few wet snow showers, and a few sleet showers as well. Mostly this morning, most of the activity has pulled away to the east. You can see through Pennsylvania, New York State. Still rather damp out there, but for us, it was blustery with some wind gusts in excess of 40 miles per hour this afternoon. Wind speeds are coming down a bit. Notice where there are clear skies off to our west. Temperatures are a bit cooler. Still some clouds, even a few sprinkles out there on SkyTracker. You can see crossing 696 near the zoo, perhaps down over City Airport. Could be a couple of sprinkles, but it's all going to dwindle quickly. How about the numbers? Down 13 degrees from this time yesterday. It's been a cooler day. Most of us did spend the afternoon in the 40s. We did make it to 51. That was shortly after midnight. 39 the low. There are your records, 85 and 21. Yes, it's brisk and cold, but not in any record territory. 39 Ann Arbor, 38 in Howe, with clouds, 47 at City Airport, 43 over in Mount Clemens. Thankfully, the wind speeds are diminishing, but there'll be a breeze around tomorrow. But at least for Wednesday and for Thursday, we do get some sunshine returning to the area. 42 here right now, 32 in Mackinac Island. That's pretty cold. 37 Traverse City. You can clearly see the cold air is parked over the Great Lakes and the Northeast. It's going to stick around for another 36 hours. But by Thursday, high pressure moves off to our east, and on the backside, we'll start to warm things up. And then here comes our next weather maker, which will bring some thunderstorms Friday evening into Friday night. For the rest of tonight, brisk and cold. cold. A couple of sprinkles still possible, down to 33. Tomorrow, at least we'll have some sunshine, still breezy and cool with a high of 54. Right there's the 7-day forecast. Look at Friday, 74 degrees. The weekend looks a bit unsettled, including Easter Sunday. Taryn, a full check at 4 a.m.
Okay, thanks, Rich. Well, Chelsea residents band together to help a longtime bookstore by forming a book brigade. That's what you're seeing right now. People lined up Sunday to help Serendipity Books move 9,000 books to its new downtown location. One by one, they passed each book until they reached the store's new location around the corner. The owner loved the book brigade, and he says it was much easier than hiring movers.